The Carrefour Policy Institute has urged the government of Cameroon to effectively manage public funds, engage in productive spendings so as to reduce the national debt. This was during a press briefing that held at the Denis Leonard Foretcher Foundation in Yaoundé, Wednesday, November 24th, under the banner An Analysis of the Sustainability of the Public Debt in Cameroon. In an opening address, the CEO of Denis Leonard Foretcher Foundation, Free Asanga, mentioned that the state of Cameroon's indebtedness is a matter of concern. While giving an executive summary of the 2021 budget report, the economic policy analyst Henry Kwam said between 2016 and 2020, Cameroon's public debt increased from 6,000 to 10,000 billion francs CFA, about 43%, which is worrisome, though still sustainable for the time being. To this effect, he highlighted some economic policy proposals put forward by the Institute to the government of Cameroon on how to reduce the debt burden.
This report came up with several recommendations, and amongst them, we found that the government should use public-private partnerships as an anchor to spur development in infrastructure, in energy, in transportation. You name it, there is potential for Cameroonian companies to contribute to economic development, and the government should be making use of that. Secondly, we found that the government should equally use more concessional loans.
Further proposals were highlighted during a panel discussion on key findings from the budgetary report. Emphasis was made on the need for the government to work with the private sector, spur up investment, and effectively manage borrowed funds.
Need to introduce some hygiene in the management of these funds that they borrow. Because if we borrow money for consumption, we are going to hell. But if we borrow money that we put in on sustainable projects, I'm not just saying that projects, but we should look into the project, how monitor the project. Are the projects being realized, not by paper?
One of the objectives of Cameroon's Vision 2035 is becoming a middle-income country. As such, it is hoped that effective measures are put in place by the government to properly manage the available budget so as to achieve this objective, amongst others.